I hope I'm not scaring you away from retiring. I know I'm the retirement optimist that you come here and love, your old buddy Josh. You said, Josh, you helped me figure this out. You took away the fear mongers. I hear that, but I tell you, man, when I use my own Right Capital software, the way I didn't create it, obviously, but the way I set it up, relative to historic numbers, it's bad, dude. I'm just telling you right now. By the way, there's Gerber Collision and Glass. We highly recommend. They did a good job for my wife and me. Good people over there. It's a nationwide. So if you get in a crash and your insurance company gives you an opportunity to use a company for body work, Gerber Collision and Glass, we had a good experience with them because a stupid deer took out my wife. You know, she's fine. Didn't hardly look like any damage, but internally there was freaking deer. I didn't even get any meat out of the thing. All I got was this lousy T-shirt and $1,000 deductible. Thanks, deer. At least could have given me some venison. Anyway, so when I'm running my Right Capital numbers, I'm sitting here in Duncan right now, listening to stupid Christmas music. Put a 1 down below if they say we should ban Christmas music for all time, and a 2 down below if we think we should play more Christmas music. And of course, there should be a number 1 that is what you show, because Christmas music just, oh my goodness, I just want to put my head in a vice grip and just squeeze and all right, so my Right Capital numbers, it's just bad. I mean, not bad, but it's relative to historic numbers. I can't tell you how bad it is relative to historic numbers. Oh boy, we're just stuck in traffic because they're building all these roads because all these people want to move to Georgia from where the hell they're from. I'm like, dude, stay away. Why does it take you so long to turn, buddy? I'm using... It's one thing if you just use, and I hate to say bad, and I don't mean bad like, you know, like you're going to lose all your money out of Japan or something like that, but I'm using very, very low assumed rates of return with very, very high volatility, i.e. downside risk, and it doesn't look good. I'm not going to lie to you relative to historic numbers. I'm using Dan Kuhlberg's historic numbers, I'm using Craig Israelson's historic numbers, and I'm using my own Right Capital, and it's bad relative to the other things. And I'm sitting there, like, it's frustrating me. I'm like, you know, I can make it shine if I want, just change the inputs. I don't want to do that though. And I'm just sitting there like, man, and I use historic numbers when I'm dealing with clients. That's what I'm trying to say. So I've had some clients before. I said, I'm using pretty conservative numbers, and you just don't look that good. And I hope they don't go to Fidelity or these other, or even other people who use Right Capital and say, no, man, that guy's wrong. Here's what you should do instead. Because I'm like, if I'm, well, I don't say I hope they don't do that, but if I'm wrong on the upside, that's great. But if I'm right, that's not good, man. And so I'm running right now. I got $1 million. Lay's taking 8% a year. Oh man, they got a new way to set this up. Oh, that's kind of cool. For the they don't need the flaggers anymore. Oh man, AI baby. That's not even AI. It's just good old-fashioned generators. All right, so I got $1 million in the portfolio. I want the lady to be able to take 8% of her previous years every year off, and I'm running and I'm at 80-20 portfolio, and I'm running the data in Right Capital versus using the historical rates of return, Craig Israelson's and the Daniel Kuhlberg's. And 8% historically, you're freaking crushing it, dude. I'm just telling you right now. I'll show you more data when I finish up this book. And Right Capital, you're not crushing it. You're running out of money, and every single time, essentially. And the reason is because my rates of return are significantly lower than historical rates of return, and my standard deviation is not significantly higher, but higher nonetheless than historic standard deviations. And as such, in 25 years' time, in Right Capital, 38% of the time you have money left. In 30 years' time, you never run out of money. And in the other scenario, now it's a little bit more complicated than this because Right Capital doesn't give you the exact what I'm trying to do here with an exact 8% of previous year's return. If you use a traditional 8% of previous year's return, I guarantee you will never run out of money. You won't. I mean, you might be able to take $10 in your last day. You're taking 8% of $10. That's still whatever the 80 cents. But Right Capital doesn't let me do that the way I'm kind of hoping for. So I got to kind of back end a little bit here. So basically what I'm doing is I'm having 2 expenditures. One, a 4% adjusted with inflation each and every year, and then 2, I'm having a second expenditure to give you kind of like a bonus income that you can spend. and that's so it's not quite as valid as the 8%, but you'll see where I'm going when I share with this on my book, and it doesn't come close to matching what historic rates of return is. It just doesn't come close. So then I have to adjust it down to basically 6%. What I'm doing here is I'm saying, okay, we're going to take 4% a year, basically $40,000 a year adjusted for inflation. Then I'm going to give you a $20,000 bonus that you can live on for the first 10 years, or 15, I can't remember, I think it's 10. So basically we're taking 6% total for the first 10 years, and then after 10 years, that $20,000 a year bonus will disappear. So essentially giving you the first 10 years a little bit of a kicker to go out have fun, party like it's 1999, and put the spoon up your nose. Never knew what a spoon up my nose was until I found out as an adult. I said, ooh, you got to put a spoon, man. I was like, why is Billy Joel saying you got to put a spoon up your nose? What's that about? Anyway, long story short, I've never put a spoon up my nose because I like the ladies. All right, if you don't like ladies, you'll put a spoon up your nose, if you know what I'm saying. Of course, I'm too hyper as it is. The last thing I need is some cocaine, dude. Oh my goodness, cocaine would destroy me. But anyway, all right, so then we're going back there. We're saying we get 8% a year in the regular historic rates of return. Then we got 6% a year, essentially, for the first 10 years, adjusted for inflation, and right capital. And what are you doing, buddy? Okay, can't tell what this guy's doing. All right, there you go. Grandma. Oh, okay, Pops, you're driving. Shouldn't be doing that. All right, and so what happens here is my right capital does not rise. It's relative to historic rates of return. Even when I'm giving you a bonus for the first 10 years, and I'm shutting down that bonus, I'm still got the 4% rule kicking in thereafter as kind of like your security blanket. But relative to 8% previous year historic rates of return, I mean, that just blows it apart. I mean, in a wonderful way. So anyway, if you're watching me run right capital numbers, like, man, that's not going to work for me. Look, I'm from Maine, dude. I was raised on an island off the coast of Portland, Maine. And as I tell everybody, you can't be an optimist when you're from Maine, having grown up with Boston sports teams. Oh, the Red Sox, the Celtics, the Patriots, blah, the Bruins. That's in this century. Last century, it wasn't like that. Do you not remember freaking Yaz popping up in the playoff with the Yankees? Bucky Dent? Do you not remember the Patriots? Do you not? I mean, Super Bowl. Man, what the hell was that? 46-10. Stanley Morgan missed that thing. Do you not remember these? Do you not remember the Bruins against the Oilers, against the friggin' Montreal Canadiens? Like, I never liked the Celtics anyway. So if you're from Maine and you're a Boston fan in the 70s and 80s and even to the 90s, you just want to friggin' jump off a bridge because your team's just, remember not the World Series, an 86 World Series for heaven's sake. Oh, Jesse Roscoe. Oh. Anyway. So I hope I'm not dissuading you from retiring. I just say check your numbers and check them again and check them again. All right, God bless. We'll see you.